Reese Witherspoon, the golden girl of Southern charm whose resume boasts Legally Blonde, Big Little Lies, and The Morning Show, has built a career on portraying resilient women who triumph over adversity. Yet, behind the acclaim lies a personal narrative of mental health battles that have shadowed her since adolescence. In a raw interview, Reese delved into one of her darkest chapters, the really bad postpartum depression that gripped her after birthing daughter Ava at 23. Sharing Ava with ex-husband Ryan Phillip, now 26, this period marked a collision of new mom joy and debilitating despair, compounded by the unsolicited advice that swarmed her youth. At 49, with sons Deacon, 22, and Tennessee, 13, from subsequent relationships, Reese reflects not with regret but revelation, crediting her struggles for fueling her drive while advocating for the support many lack. The onset was insidious, a hormonal tidal wave crashing in the first 6 months. It was really bad, Reese confessed, her voice steady but eyes distant. In the first 6 months I was simultaneously happy and depressed. I just cried all the time, I was up all night, I was exhausted. It was a hormone drop I didn't expect, which I experienced right after birth and again when I stopped nursing 6 months later. This duality, elation at Ava's tiny fingers wrapped around hers, undercut by waves of tears, felt like betrayal. Sleep deprivation amplified every doubt, turning nursery coos into echoes of inadequacy. For Reese, catapulted into motherhood amid her breakout role in Freeway, the timing was cruel. Hollywood's gaze demanded poise while her body rebelled. Youth intensified the ordeal. At 23 she was inundating with opinions, from casting directors on bouncing back, to family on feeding schedules. Everyone has an opinion, she recalled. It's hard being a young mom and having people tell you how to be, how to react, how to give birth, how to nurse and how to feed your baby. This barrage eroded her confidence, a young wife and mother navigating uncharted territory without a roadmap. Ryan, then 25, supported as best he could, but the era's stigma around paternal leave left Reese shouldering much alone. Their Nashville home, meant as a haven, became a pressure cooker of expectations. Gratitude tempers her memory, privilege afforded access others crave. I had the connections and the means to get to a doctor, a mental health specialist, but a lot of people don't, she emphasized. They struggle on their own and hide it. Reese sought therapy early, a lifeline that unpacked the biochemical storm. Her mother, Betty, modeled vigilance. Having witnessed grandmother Dorothea's similar postpartum woes, she taught Reese to track moods like weather patterns. This generational wisdom, passed down over kitchen tables, empowered her to name the beast. Not failure, but a treatable condition affecting 1 in 7 women. Anxiety and depression, companions since her teens, intertwined with motherhood's demands. I was probably successful because I had so much anxiety, Reese posited. They go hand in hand. I had pressured myself to extreme levels to show up at work in a perfect way. We all now know, perfect is not attainable. It's not sustainable. I stressed myself out in service of my job and it got me really far. This hustle propelled her from indie darling to powerhouse producer via Hello Sunshine, but at a cost, burnout masked as ambition. I'm rewarded for my anxiety and perfectionism, she admitted, unpacking how fear of falling short birthed hits like wild. Now in midlife, Reese embraces grace. I'm starting to relax into the idea that I'm enough, she shared. I've had an abundance of good fortune, great work opportunities and worked with some of the greatest people on earth. This shift manifests in boundaries, family dinner sans phones, therapy as routine, and advocacy. Through Draper James and her book Whisper Network, she amplifies women's voices, funding mental health initiatives for new moms. Her children's imprint is indelible. Ava, a budding artist, mirrors Reese's creativity. Deacon's music passion echoes her storytelling. Tennessee's mischief recalls her tomboy youth. Postpartum taught empathy, informing roles like in Little Fires Everywhere. As she ages, Reese redefines success. Not accolades but presence, cheering school plays, hosting game nights. Reese's story destigmatizes the unspoken, urging society to normalize postpartum care. In sharing, she heals her younger self and countless others, proving vulnerability is the ultimate strength.